Right now at 10:30, Mecklenburg County commissioners made a tough decision tonight that some called compassionate, others called illogical. Well, the board voted 5-3 to continue to pay Commissioner Ella Scarborough during her medical leave. And this includes her salary and even her benefits.
Well, county leaders will put an interim into Scarborough's position and will be paying them too. As Queen City News chief political correspondent Emma Withrow explains, taxpayers are now on the hook for double the pay.
All those in favor of the motion, let's see by a show of hands.
Stand up. I don't need to. I'm gonna stand up.
All right, that is 5. All opposed? No, yeah, 3. 5-3. So Commissioner Scarborough will be paid her compensation for the remainder of the term.
And just like that, the board decided to continue to award Ella Scarborough her salary as a commissioner, despite her not being present or active in that role for months. Scarborough's family requested the board grant her medical leave, which is usually not paid. But because of this vote, taxpayers will still be writing that check every month for the remainder of her term.
We as a board have to separate the emotion and the facts. And I hate, y'all have no idea how much I hate being put in this position.
Commissioners Laura Meyer, Susan Rodriguez-McDowell, and Elaine Powell voted against granting that salary to Scarborough. McDowell and Meyer both brought up concerns about the way Scarborough's kids went about handling this, since Dunlap said he and others from the county haven't been in communication with Scarborough herself in months.
I think it's implied that they need the money to take care of the mother. I think they need her health benefits and they need her salary. And beyond that, I think it would only be guesswork on why they want the salary.
But Meyer asked, is it the taxpayer's job to take care of an elected official if they're no longer capable of serving their constituents?
There's a lot of people in our community who have similar issues and they're not paid. You know, so it just feels like a extra benefit that isn't afforded to everyone, and it just doesn't feel right to me to make an exception.
If Scarborough's kids would have asked the board to accept her resignation, there would have been no option for pay to continue. But others on the board argued that due to the fact that Scarborough has done so much for this community, and since she was such a trailblazer, she deserved to get compensated for the rest of her salary and benefits.
Having known Ella, I could not sit here and not respect her legacy. And to say to a woman who gave so much to this community that we're sitting here arguing about whether we should or should not do something that we ought to do.
Now the board voted to appoint someone to serve in Scarborough's place until the end of her term. That new commissioner will also receive a salary on the taxpayers tab.
We'll receive applications for maybe a 1-week period of time, and so we are going to. Each commissioner will pick, and we haven't decided the number yet, maybe 5, maybe 9 people that we would like to interview. And so we'll go through an interview process with the entire board.
So far, the only criteria is that the appointee must be a Democrat, since Scarborough is a Democrat. Reporting in Charlotte, Emma Withrow, Queen City News.